Hi guys, in this episode of Ray Decay, I'm gonna be reacting to a long-awaited comeback of one of my favorite groups ever, ATEEZ, with their new song, Guerrilla. And I am pretty excited to get into this, because, like I said, ATEEZ are one of my favorite groups ever, their songs are flipping bangers, but there is a little bit of a worry in my head, because this year, the releases of my favorite groups like Stray Kids, TXT, Dreamcatcher, and the like have been kind of weird. Because all of them have felt like each other's songs, if that makes any sense. Like, you should definitely check out my reactions to all of those groups' releases to get what I mean truly. But basically, Stray Kids' release this year, Maniac, kind of felt to me like an 80s song more than anything. And TXT's Good Boy Gone Bad felt like a Stray Kids song. G-Idol's release, which was Tomboy, felt like an Everglow song to me. Dreamcatcher's song kind of felt a little bit like, I think... I don't know what I said it felt like, but nowadays I feel like it felt like an ITZY release. So I'm curious where ATEEZ's Guerrilla is going to fit in that space. Is it going to feel like any other group's song, or whether it's actually going to feel like an ATEEZ song, and which other group's song is going to sound like? I don't know, but I'm really hoping that I'm going to like it. It's just that I've also heard a teeny little bit of it, which hasn't really, didn't really sound that good for whatever reason, so there's just a little bit of doubt in my head that I'm actually gonna like it. But so far, I don't think there has been a song by ATEEZ that I've hated, at least in terms of their title tracks and music videos and the like, so I think I'm probably gonna like it. It's safe to say that I'm gonna like it, but there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. I love the intro for KQ Entertainment, man. Oh, the disease is human emotion. Wasn't that from the Kingdom performance for Written Ta? Okay, this is different. Okay, I'm in love. How do these guys manage to fucking outdo themselves every time, man? Every time I think they've hit the top, they just blow the roof off, man. God, this is so hard hitting. Oh man, this feels again just like Inception, another step in the evolution of ATEEZ. We're definitely listening to this one a second time. Dude, I fucking love it! The singing parts are so fucking out of this world, man. It sounds so different and so good! I swear, I didn't even take a breath throughout this fucking song. Is that a tease for their next release, or is that a B-side? Wait! Wait, go back a little bit. What the fuck? Prestige Academy. I think I heard something about this. Is this gonna be a new group by KQ Entertainment? Because I think I heard something about this, but I'm not exactly sure. You know what? Give me a second. Okay, so it seems like other people are also speculating that this is potentially a new group by KQ, which I would be open to, you know? I mean, it obviously depends on what their music sounds like ultimately, because as we saw with the new group under Yuhue Entertainment, who are Everglow's company, Tempest, their music is good. But to me personally, it's not as good as Everglow. And to be honest, we only have one song, one title track to base that opinion on. But it just wasn't as impactful as Everglow for me. And they have had another comeback recently, and I think I'm going to be reacting to it today, so we'll see how I'm going to feel about it. But just because a group is under the same company doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be as good. So if it is a new group, I'm hoping that I'm going to like them, but we never know. For a second though, for me, it looked like that one idol who, I'm not sure whether he was supposed to be in ATEEZ, but I know he trained with ATEEZ under KQ Fellas, and he was even in that one pre-debut track from, and he honestly sounded really good, and he was like, he is, in my opinion, the missing link between Honjong and Mingi's kind of rapping, because Mingi's rapping is very low voice. Honjong is very high voice, and that guy whose name I don't know, I don't remember actually, I do know it, was kind of like straight up middle of the road, and he just very well balanced of Mingi and Honjong, which, in my opinion, in ATEEZ songs, they sound great, like, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there is a way to make them better, because I feel like they kind of, I don't know, I feel like they need a balance. They do need one person who has, like, the middle range to balance them out. And he was, so I really wish he was in the group, and from this year, I honestly genuinely thought that they might be teasing returning him to the group or whatever, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. That's just wishful thinking, but whatever. This snippet at the end, though, of what seems to be the next release, which is what they do every time they release a song, sounds pretty good. So I can't wait to see what that song is like, or should I say hear what that song is like. But yeah, I definitely really enjoy this song. I feel like you can even see by the fact that I barely breathed through the whole reaction, and I literally was smiling ear to ear throughout the whole thing, how much I actually enjoy this. And in the case of this song, I don't know if it really sounds like any other group's music, but it definitely sounds different from what they've done so far. And I kind of like it. I'm kind of more open to this shift in sound than I was for Stray Kids' shift in sound. But yeah, apparently this year everybody has decided to experiment, I guess, for one reason or another. But yeah, this feels like, just like Inception was, it feels like another evolution for ATEEZ's music. Like you every time you hear their music, like from the first time I heard their music, I already felt like it was like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. And every time they release a new song, especially these kind of songs which feels like the next step, I always feel like they would hit the fucking ceiling. And they always manage to somehow push the ceiling even further up. It's like Answer felt like a 10 out of 10 song. And then they released Inception, which felt like an 11 out of 10 song. And this one feels like a 12 out of 10 kind of song. You get what I mean? Every time I feel like they're at the top, they just blow it up and just climb further, you know? And I love it. This is so fast-paced, so energetic, and so flipping good. Although I do want to say and slightly criticize it, I feel like it's not their best chorus. I can tell you that for sure. For me, the strong part of the song is definitely not the chorus where they kind of or scream or chant like da 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 Guerrilla. Like, that is not really the strength of the song for me. For me, the strength of the song is honestly more of the melodic and singing bass parts or the rap parts, but not really the chorus. I feel like it's kind of the weakest part of the song, but it kind of does its job, so I don't really have much complaints about it. It's just that it's weaker than some of their other choruses in these kind of songs, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, man, I just want to listen to it a second time, so let's just get into it, because it was such a fucking experience. In 3, 2, 1. I love that this is a reference to Kingdom.
I got it back. Party 뒤집어 this game. One chance, party 지금 midday. Back like that. 잠깐만 열한 escape. No next, 나를 따라 쉽게. Jigga wall, jigga do, jiggy ball, new world. Jigga wall, jigga do, 이제 직전. 사라지는 emotion. 저기 빛을 잃어가.
Like, these parts where we have some of the singing members go off are the stronger parts of the song for me. I also really love how fucking inspired this one feels as well. Man, the singing is so good in this one. I swear to God, it's so good. Dude! Sound is so good in this song, man. Oh, I can't wait to see other people's reactions to this, man. I fucking love it. The singing is so good, especially. I swear to God, how are they so good every time? Who the fuck is also that guy? I really love the sound of this. Can't wait to hear this release. Oh man. Talking about the fucking album, that's definitely what I'm gonna be checking out right after I'm done with this. It wasn't on my schedule. There's so much that I have to react to today, like 10 more songs and like a whole album. But I am reacting to ATEEZ's album right after this. I don't even give a shit. I'm just really excited to check out some of the B-sides because of how fucking hype this song is, man. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's so fast-paced, so energetic, so in your face, so new, and yet so ATEEZ. Like I said, it's another step in their evolution, and I'm definitely gonna play the shit out of this song. I don't think that's even a matter of an opinion. It's just so fucking good. As for who this song might remind me of in terms of like which other group's music this sounds like, because you know how I said earlier how every other group that I love a lot this year, they released music that is kind of reminiscent of other groups' music. Like Stray Kids' release was kind of reminiscent of ATEEZ's stuff, I feel like. In the case of ATEEZ's Guerrilla, I feel like it's kind of reminiscent of MC&D, which is a great group, which, if you don't know, kind of are reminiscent of ATEEZ in terms of their them writing their own music, producing their own music, having lots of raps and lots of really great singers as well. It's kind of very similar to that, but for me, their music sometimes has this issue where I feel like it's kind of going too hard on the rap side of things and not really balancing it with like the great vocals. They kind of overdo the rapping maybe a little bit sometimes. And I feel like that is kind of the biggest issue with this song, or nitpick, or whatever you want to call it, that I have. I feel like the parts where they are rapping, or the chorus where they're kind of chanting, those parts are definitely the weakest part of the song for me. The strongest parts are definitely the parts where the vocalists do more. Which is kind of surprising because usually I am a fan of the more hard-hitting kind of songs, even for in the ATEEZ repertoire. But in this case, it's just the best parts are definitely the vocalists, especially Sun's parts are fucking good in this one, man. I really, really like them. But even as a whole, it's still like a really, really good song. Like for me, in terms of an accurate rating, it would probably be something more along the lines of like a 9.5 out of 10. But in terms of what this is for the rest of the ATEEZ discography, I definitely will go with like a 10 out of 10. It's a really, really good song. I really, really, really enjoy it. It's very in your face, impactful, over the top. It's amazing. And then at the end, we also have a little bit of a glimpse of their next release. I can't fucking wait to hear it, because it sounds so fucking good. And it sounds again like it's gonna be another fucking evolution. And if that is the case, wow. Like, wow. I think, usually I consider Stray Kids my #1 K-pop group, with ATEEZ being like very close second, with both of them basically being almost tied for the #1 spot. But this year it might actually be ATEEZ beating Stray Kids. But don't tell that to Stray Kids, please. But yeah, I really fucking like this. And usually at this point of the video, I tell you guys that if you want me to check out the album, you should definitely comment it down below, or go through my Patreon, where you can get to demand me to do a reaction to a group album music video, whatever it is. But in this case, I'm definitely just gonna be reacting to the album right after this. I don't know if it's gonna be the next video that I will be uploading after this, but it's definitely gonna be the next video I'm gonna be recording, so yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to get into the B-sides of this album, so see you there! But yeah, before we end this video though, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon. Deadpool, August Dice, Little Uzi, and Corby Dead. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you've decided to support me and you've continued to support me such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do. That being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman. I'm not quite sure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people, but that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really accept the fact that I'm trans if they found out, there is not really a feasible or easy way for me to transition here with minimal repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything, so if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's fine, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me out get out of this situation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I also am a writer occasionally. And if you end up enjoying my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!